Hey everyone, in this one we are going to see how we can host a Flask application using Caddy server. Okay, so first we need to create a server. I have already created this server on DigitalOcean with 2 cores of CPU and 4 GB RAM. You can use any cloud provider. It is not necessary to use DigitalOcean. You can use AWS, Linode, whatever. And make sure that you are choosing Ubuntu 22.04, that is LTS, latest stable version. Okay, so I have chosen that Ubuntu 22.04 version. So let's copy this IP address, minimize the browser and open the terminal right here. Okay, so let me make my terminal a little bit bigger and let's do SSH into the server. Okay, so it is asking me password, so let me enter password and yeah, I'm inside the server. So remember, first thing we need to do whenever we log into server is apt update. Okay, it will update the repositories and then we will do apt upgrade. It will upgrade packages to the latest version. So this is the apt upgrade. So as you can see, it is saying that these many packages needs to be upgraded. Okay, so let me hit enter and it will do its upgrade thing. Okay, so for me upgrade is done, but it might take some time on your side because upgrading requires downloading the packages and then installing it. Okay, so hence it is done. Let's move forward. Okay, so first thing first, let me clear the terminal and let's move forward. Okay, so this is the command you need to install. We need to install Python 3 and Python 3 peak packages. Okay, so right now I'm not mentioning Python 3, I'm just mentioning Python 3 pip and Python 3 venv. Okay, because the Python 3 is already installed on Ubuntu system. So let me clear the screen and let me paste my command right here and let me hit enter and it should start installing the packages. Okay, next thing we need to do is we need to install the Caddy server or Caddy web server. For this is the shortcut command curl fire5.in/caddy and ls bash dash. Okay, basically what it is doing, it is basically fetching the bash script that I have already prepared and it is installing from that bash script. Okay, so for me it is installed right here. So once it is installed, we need to reboot the server. So type reboot and hit enter. Okay, so reboot and hit enter. Okay, so let me clear the screen and let's wait for a few seconds and then do SSH login again. Okay, so let me try to log in again and it is saying connection refused. That means server is still rebooting. Okay, so right now I have logged in into the server again. Let me clear my screen and next thing we need to do is we need to get the Flask App Files. So I have already created the sample app on my GitHub. So let me paste the link right here. It is basically cloning my GitHub repository, which is on this particular URL, and placing into /var/ww and /flask web sample. Okay, so let me hit enter and as you can see it is saying 100% done. Okay, so let me go ahead and let me copy this particular path, paste it right here. And right now as you can see, if I do pwd, it is returning this particular path. Okay, so I am inside the file. So inside that file there is a my test and cd into the my test and as you can see app.py is there, requirement is there and templates are there. Okay, great. So next thing we need to do is we need to create the virtual environment. Okay, so right now I have two options. I can just install requirement.txt file on my base server itself, or I will create isolated virtual environment for this particular installation, so that if I have like a different version of the Flask apps, it will not break any of these after installing any other packages, right? So let me go ahead and let me create the virtual env. So let me paste this particular command. This will create the virtual env in same folder and the name will be my env. So if I do ls dash, as you can see there is a my env available and this is the my test, which is my project. Okay, so next thing we need to do is we need to activate the virtual environment. As you can see it is activated now, and then next thing we need to do is install the requirement.txt file. Okay, so let's wait for some time and as you can see it is already done. So let me clear the screen again. Now everything from the Flask app side is done. Now we need to create the service. Okay, so why we need to create service? We need to create service to start Flask daemon in the background, so that we will use that particular in our Caddy configuration, right? So let's go ahead and let's create this service for Gunicorn. Okay, so let me hit enter. And so by the way, I use this particular command to create this particular file, nano slash etc slash system d slash system gunicorn dot service. Okay, this is the standard location where we put all service files. Okay, so let me paste here. So as you can see, this is my service file, right? So in this one, as you can see, the user is root, group is root. In your case, if you are not deploying app as a root, you should change this user and group accordingly, right? And there is a working directory and there is exit start command. Okay, everything is good. Save and exit. So for save I use Control S, and for exit I use Control X. Okay, so once that is done, next thing we need to do is we need to edit the Caddy configuration. So let me do cd clear the screen, and this is the command to open Caddy configuration. By default, Caddy configuration is /etc/caddy, and there is a Caddy file inside it, right? So this is the by default configuration you will see in the Caddy server. Okay, so you can keep that configuration as it is, but I will just make sure that I am adding my own configuration at the top of it. Okay, so right now I am adding flask.1yt.in. Okay, so first I need to check that whether this domain name or subdomain name is pointed to my server IP or not. Okay, so for that I need to open my DNS. Okay, so for me I am using Cloudflare. It can be anything for you: GoDaddy, Namecheap, or Google domains, right? Where you are purchasing your domain name, at that place you need to configure your DNS zones, right? So this is my DNS zones right here. So as you can see, I have already created record for Flask, but this is the old record. This IP doesn't exist anymore. Okay, so let me copy the new IP address from my DigitalOcean and go back, and let me edit this particular record and save it. Okay, so once this record is saved, we need to do quick test here. Okay, so what is a quick test? We need to go to the server right here, and we need to copy this particular domain name. Okay, so right now the IP is pointed, so you can just save this particular file and exit from here. Okay, next thing we need to do is dig and then flask.1yt.in, and we need to make sure that it is pointed to our IP address. So as you can see, it is showing my server IP address, right? Exact same IP address. So that means the record is successfully deployed. Great. So next thing we need to do is we need to systemctl reload daemon, because we have created the service file. That's why. Then we need to enable our service that we have created, which is Gunicorn service. Then we need to start Gunicorn service, and once it is started, let me check the status of the service. Okay, status of the service, and as you can see, service is running actively. Okay, service is running, and let's go ahead and let's restart the Caddy, because we have made configuration changes in the Caddy too. Okay, and once it is done, we need to check the status of Caddy too, and it is running also. So that means everything is done and we are ready to go. So if I enter my domain name, so let me go ahead. What was the domain name? Okay, this was the domain name, flask.1yt.in, right? So if I enter my subdomain name here and hit enter, it should show me website. So as you can see, it is showing hello Flask. So yeah, this is how you can deploy the Flask app using Caddy. Okay, so benefit of using Caddy is it by default add the SSL. So as you can see in the top here, I have HTTPS site enabled automatically. I haven't configured any SSL, but it is already enabled. So this is the magic of using Caddy server. It adds the SSL certificate automatically. It renews the SSL certificate automatically once it is expired. Okay, so yeah, this is how you can deploy Caddy server, sorry, Flask app in the Caddy server.